All that's making people sick, man. Making people sick.
But the sad thing is that the producers, it doesn't bother them.
No,
It doesn't bother them. And I don't think they eat what they grow. They grow separate things for themselves.
well, they probably have a garden at home too.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I don't know, but that's the state of where we are now. You know, everything is it's a mess. All the food sources. I have to. I keep saying the same thing over and over again about the fish and the seafoods. And you tell people and you show people and they're getting better, and then they ask you, how much longer do I have before I can go
yeah,
back and eat fish?
yeah.
You know,
When can I start eating my pork
like,
again? Oh
uh,
man, I love my pork.
oh man.
Doctor, you've had me off of fish for a month. You know, I
Mhm.
didn't have you off of fish. It's your body that said it.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
what I
your body
found.
is saying to you, if you want to get better, you need to leave that alone.
Yeah,
You know, and they tell you to. You know, when I was off stuff, doctor was so much better.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I see a lot of repeat offenders. Repeat offenders. They come back in an emergency state. I got
Yeah,
pain.
yeah,
Pain. Like, when I
yes.
look, I'm like, this is where you were when you left the last time. This is where you are now. You put back a lot of the bacteria in your system. Did you eat? Well, I tell you the truth.
Yeah, yeah. I gotta tell you the truth. I went out the other day and
Uh,
you know,
uh,
blah 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 blah. I didn't want to eat it, but you know, it would look bad because you know, I mean, everybody else was eating. So yeah, but
yeah,
you know you have a problem with it. Why are you gonna eat it?
yeah, yeah. That's the thing.
Eat
So,
around it. You could eat around it. You know?
and some people don't want to admit the fact that that's what they did. But even though they, the body is showing us exactly what they have done, you know. So what are you gonna do? You can't fight a man over his fish,
No, you can't.
you know, or his chicken.
You're gonna lose the battle.
Yeah, it's up to you. But I know precisely what happened. He didn't follow through with the diet completely. Well, well, well. I gotta tell you the truth.
Yeah,
I
yeah. I got to tell you the truth. I got to tell you the
gotta
truth.
tell you the truth. I could tell him exactly what they ate too. I said, look, see this worm right here? This is from fish. And this one and this.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what? I just had a little piece. You know, um,
All it takes is a little piece.
all it takes is a little
Yep.
piece. But that's probably yesterday. What about the day before and the day after before that? You know, so you know, people don't believe it, but you know, the truth is what we're telling you is true. What we're telling you is true. You
Yeah.
know, it's not a figment of any imagination. And some people try to push the envelope to try to prove you wrong, and they're coming back singing a different song.
Yeah. Yeah. Indeed.
I'm in pain, pain, pain. You know, yeah, because of H. pylori. It's because of that. Yeah.
I thought
Oh
it was
man,
gone. I thought they got rid of
I
it.
thought you cured that. No, you put it back. Ay, yeah, yeah, yeah. But anyway,
Richard, we got a gift today. We got 20. We got 90 minutes more.
what?
Yeah.
How was that?
I think I don't know.
Yeah,
Something happened.
yeah, yeah. But that's the battle. That's the battle. And sometimes I feel like I'm losing it.
Yeah.
I'm losing the battle, losing the battle, but winning the war. How? What is that all about?
You're talking about another story there.
Yeah,
You know, uh, war in Ukraine.
yeah. Did you ever heard about the people that were concerned about?
No,
What in the world?
I heard nothing from any one of them. Dr. Tatiana is fine, but I haven't heard from any.
I know, but you know,
No one, no, no one else. I
Um,
haven't heard from no one else. So I don't know.
that the Tati didn't hear anything either.
No, that's unusual. Last time I asked about any one of them, she didn't at that point. So it's taking its toll, and it's destroying persons that we may even know. You know,
Yeah, my goodness.
there's no sound going out. Someone just said there's no sound going out. So I don't know. Don't know what the story is with sound. We gotta get the studio to look into that. Why there's not enough sound going out, and I don't know if the feed is going out. I don't know, but we'll keep our program going since we got some time. I want us to give the folks maybe some solutions because they're probably wondering, well, what do we do and how do we start? First thing you do is make up your mind, make a decision
Mhm.
that you're now willing and ready to commence the process. You've got to make that decision firstly, and then secondly, you've got to commit. When you make the decision, you got to commit to it, and it doesn't matter who says what. It's your body, and you must know what is best for your body. If you
Mhm.
came and we advise you, and you feel that our advice is fit enough for the process, then just follow it. Because when you come to our clinic, we don't tell you what to do. It's your body telling us what to tell you.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's how it operates, and that's how it
Mhm.
works. And it is important that you understand that when we make suggestions to you, all we're doing is passing on what your body advises us to pass on to you, based
Right.
on what we see, based on what we found, based on the diseases that you
Mhm.
have. You
Mhm.
know,
Mhm.
and it's important to conform to the dietary restrictions because again, it's not us that are putting you on a diet. It's your body that is saying to you that based on what is wrong with you at the moment that is detected, these are the foods and beverages to avoid. You see, so don't blame us for what we input
Mhm.
forward because it's not we're not the ones that are putting it together. Um, it's your body that's doing it. You know. Then you need to make a decision that you want to change your lifestyle. You know, I go to the supermarket and I sit down, I eat the whole the sausages and all the buns and the hot dogs and hamburgers and eat the ice cream. You have to make those changes. You got to make a decision that if it's on my list not to use, I'm not going to use it because you form your system now, and you cannot go down the same road and expect different results. It doesn't work. You have to make the changes. You have to adjust, modify, and then don't expect that the pills that you take, the medication that you take, is going to solve your problems. It doesn't happen.
Oh.
It may control numbers. It may control uh, the reading that you see, but it doesn't inside of your body. That reading is still high. You're all
The problem is it's a lifestyle change. You gotta change your lifestyle. You can take all the chemicals to try to put the body in one direction, but again, go back to your mind.
yeah.
Go back to you. Your head, it's in your head. You gotta change that. You know, Eh, a lot of people come. I've had people who are interested in basically losing weight. I mean, basically, I mean, they come for other things too, but lose weight. And then when we get to, I think, number 74, which is food intolerance, I just let them know, look, this is your body, and it's comparing your body's comparing to a person who is very, very healthy. And these are the things that are found in your system that is preventing you from getting overall total health, complete, complete total health or healthy. It's taken into consideration, your weight and everything else. And the list of foods that are listed are foods, and usually majority of the times those are the foods. The first few are the ones that they love,
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
know. And I let them know, well, these ones here is the ones that you love so much. It's what's got you in the boat that you're in right now. So you know, but you're taking everything away from me.
Yeah.
Well, what do you? I thought you want to get yourself back together. I do. So, well, you gotta follow this. This is the protocol. You follow the list, and usually people who go away in 30 days, and I've seen it. People losing 10 to 15 pounds, and they're excited. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know how long I've been trying to lose weight,
Yeah.
and I said, well, see, you follow. I can tell you follow recommendations
Yeah.
because
You could tell.
yeah,
And it's exciting to them because they never
yeah,
really lost that much weight in such a short time.
exactly. And they're like, okay, okay, I'm gonna follow. This is great. Everybody's asking me, what are you doing? Tell me what you're doing. I ain't telling them yet. Some of them say, I gotta make sure it works first. It's working, but let me. And I said, well, you may get a different list of foods, and sure enough, it's a different one. But the key is, it's trying to get you to, a perfect position your body in, to where comparing you to the perfect specimen, you know. And people that follow that, and I've seen them over. I mean, after a while, 20 or 30 pounds, they're I don't pay much attention to it. But then in the end, they say, well, I lost so much weight. And when I go back and say, oh my, yeah, you did. You came in at 200 something. Now you're about 145, 50 pounds. You sure did. Yeah, but this one lady says, but I want my butt back. I'm losing.
I lost my butt.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, But the thing is, they're healthier. All the complaints or some of the other complaints they don't have.
Hmm.
And, and they're happy about it. And that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Just following the recommendations. And it's not, I didn't put them in any diet or anything.
You don't have to.
You
You
know,
don't have to because when you take away all of the foods and beverages that are contributing to the body's abnormalities, once you take them away, the body normalizes.
yeah, yeah,
You detoxify the system, you deworm the system, and the body just normalizes.
yeah.
You know, today I discovered there were 12 different worms and parasites in one person.
Wow.
12.
Hmm.
And I know there were more.
Yeah.
But
Can't put them all.
can you imagine what happens there with the parasites that are eating, messing, and multiplying in that person?
Yeah. It's like I don't know. I remember as a little boy walking on the street, and there was this carcass of a dead dog,
Oh man, the worm.
and the worms are there, and plus the crows. Everybody pulling at different parts, and I mean it was crazy, you know. And you take that vision right there and you put it in your body. I mean, all the worms are active. You know, I remember one pathologist asked me. He said, you ever thought about this? So what? Where when a person because they had somebody there that had died and passed away, and they were in a position where actually No other things can get to the body, but there's still worms. Where do the worms come from?
They've been there.
They've been in the exactly. And then the other question is where the flies come from. They're in there too.
Flowers are there.
Yeah. So our body, and then when we put all these things into it, all these different flesh and different things that we eat. People eat a whole lot of other stuff. You know, you loading up on a whole lot of things that are really are detrimental to your health.
And they come with things.
Yeah, yeah,
They come with things. So when you see the things, they've been there.
yeah.
Been there.
You voluntarily put them there. I know you want to get them out.
Yeah.
You're trying to evict somebody that you tell them, hey, you can stay here. You ain't got to worry about nothing.
Or you want to evict them.
Yeah, well, you told me I ain't got to worry about nothing. You put me here.
Yeah, you every day you're reminding me that I can stay here. So now you want me to leave?
You want me to leave? You can't let me leave like that. Oh no, you can't. And you want to go in the person's house and take the stuff out and try. No, no, no. I'm going to the court. You gotta have a court. you know. So that's the thing. We load up with all these different things in our bodies, and then when we get to the point where we realize that it's detrimental to our health, then you want to get rid of them as fast as possible. While meanwhile you over the years you're loading up. You're loading up on all these things. Your pepper pot, your what's the name of the big fish?
Pot, big fish, sauce.
All them things.
Um, but you're gonna have those things made now without the flesh. So
Of course, of course.
healthier. You can still get the healthy. You can still get the tasty foods, except that they'll be healthier
Yeah, more tasty too. They are.
and they're more tasty.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I mean, we have to have a pot that is not animal made or flesh made. Um, we have ham that is not, it's not flesh made, and you could make those things from scratch yourself.
yeah, yeah.
So you can still enjoy tasty foods, but in a healthier way.
In a healthy, yeah, you can, and you don't have to have your gilobaka. I gotta have my gilobaka. So what? you know. But the thing is, listen, a lot of people don't have the knowledge, information. I mean, not that we are knowledgeable, but we've seen a lot of things, and the people get really. It's like you hit them in the gut when you tell them, you got to get off of you got to get off of meat. He said, "Well, I've been off of meat. All I eat is fish." No, no, I mean it's fish too. What?
You can leave me in the fish, right?
Yeah.
What your body say,
The fish is the worst, the worst, the worst. Could eat them 3 worms plus the H. pylori, knocking a lot of Guyanese out. Pancreatic cancer, stomach cancer,
Oh,
liver cancer, all sorts of cancer, and it's real. You know, it's taking the lives of people left and right. You know,
yeah, more and more, more
yeah.
and more, more and more.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I see this the TV studio is sending me a message here, but I can't really listen to it. They sent one. I have to text it. Yeah.
Um,
Okay. 5 minutes we have.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
We
a long time.
said 4 minutes for 5 minutes.
So
Yeah.
I don't know, but I mean, it's yeah. My thing is what I'm seeing. It's people don't believe. The only time they believe is when the problem is at their doorstep.
Yeah. When it's more than them.
Yeah,
Yes. When it gets to the point where something has to happen now,
yeah,
then they want to take it serious. Uh, another beverage that is very harmful to many persons is milk, dairy milk,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
dairy milk, and that is one that many persons
Hmm.
they come down on you. It's just like, you taking me off of milk too?
Yeah,
Milk?
Yeah, I'm gonna get them protein now. I'm
Where
getting
am I
off
get my calcium from, man?
my calcium. Yeah, exactly.
As if the only source of calcium is milk. You know,
No.
but most of the milk, the dairy milk that's out there, is full of a lot of fat, and people don't realize that.
Yeah, and the calcium that they're having up, they added to it
Yes, yeah,
because they've done studies showing that orange juice has more calcium than milk.
of course.
So if you wanted your calcium, you'd be drinking orange juice.
Especially fresh squeezed orange juice.
Yeah,
You know, which I take a glass every morning.
yeah,
Freshly squeezed orange juice.
that's nice.
Yeah, see, it's really nice, really nice.
Yeah,
Can you imagine you have a couple of orange trees in your yard, and they're bearing, and you know
hmm,
you go out there in the mornings and you pick some oranges and you squeeze them and you get fresh
yeah,
squeezed oranges from your yard.
yeah. From your yard, that's nice.
Yeah, I mean, it can happen in Guyana. It can happen in many homes, many, because we have this the kind of soil that can grow citrus in Guyana.
Hmm.
You can get pineapple from your own backyard. I get from my own backyard.
That's nice, and it's a different taste, right, than the others.
Of course.
It's not like Del Monte.
No, it looks like a Del Monte, but it's not from Del Monte. It's a nice, juicy, just the right amount of sweet.
Yeah, Del Monte pineapple. They spray them, man, a whole lot.
Of course, of course.
Mhm.
Yeah. So the bottom line is your foods should be like your medicines, and your medicines should be like your foods. And if you really are serious about losing weight and you need some help, you can text us or call us. Or by the way, Dr. Richard, I gotta mention this. The clinic is going to close off the end of June. I have to mention it again because we are having to take the building down because the water seeps from the bottom and floods the office.
Wow.
Yeah, it seeps in. Maybe the drainage is not as good as it's not as good, so the water kind of settles and it seeps into the office, and we flooded like on Monday. The patients had to wear long boots.
What?
Yeah, they all wear long boots to sit in the office.
What in the world?
You had to get long boots. Yeah,
Look at that.
yeah, you
And they
know,
still hang around.
yeah.
Wow, that's commitment right there.
They want to get better. They want to get better. I watched them, and they were like waiting, and when we opened up, they had to get long boots and screen them in long boots.
They were wading in the water. You said?
They were waiting on sheltering
Oh,
because we have a shed outside. They were sheltering, and
wow.
we had to screen them in long boots. Yeah. Anyway, we have to wrap up now. And persons need to be aware that we're closing the end of June until September, and we'll try to put something in place so you can maybe get your renewals or your repeats and so on. We're working on something, but we hope it comes through. If not, we'll have to operate from Linden. But final wrap up, Dr. Richard. No, we need to be off now. Didn't realize it was already 20 minutes.
That quickly. You just said it 4 minutes ago.
Yeah, yeah, it's on already.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it's up to the individual, man. If people want to get healthy, they can get healthy. It's up
Yeah,
to
they'll do what it takes.
Yeah, they do what it takes.
We can't make you healthy. We can only help you to realize what it takes, and then you have to commit yourself to it. Anyhow, I want to thank everyone for watching. Dr. Richard, thank you. If
Thanks.
you want to get a hold of us, you can get us online, put our names in, and it'll come up. And you can call us at 231-6477 in Guyana. And tune in next Thursday on YouTube. Just put our name in there, and we'll be back again. So until then, God bless you all. Have a wonderful weekend. God bless you. If you want to take care of you as much as you can, take care of yourself. So
All